Oh man, there he is. Now I'll tell y'all, sometimes you go fishing for speckled trout, sometimes you go fishing for redfish. It all depends on what you're looking for. But when you're looking for big fish, oh, I gotta put my power pole down for this one. You look for big black drum. It's one of my favorite fish to catch. I love catching them. Those and bull reds are my favorite. And today I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Oh man, this is awesome. Oh, come on, baby. Ooh. If you don't like catching 15 to 20 pound fish, there's definitely something wrong with you. You're on the wrong station. Oh man, this is awesome. Oh man, there's so many of them. Oh, golly. Now everybody, you know that these drum are not the ones you eat. These are the ones you catch and release. And they're so fun. And they get in big schools. And when it gets hot in the summer, these fish get all up on these oyster beds. And man, they just love a nice plastic on a jig head. They always like that. Or a shrimp. Look at that. Wait up. Oh, goodness gracious. I can't even pick them up. Hold on. Oh, I can't get them. My arms are tired. When you catch one of these, it's big. Let's see. I'm gonna flip them over. Oh, look at that, y'all. I love catching these big things like this. Man, he's got to be a good almost 20 pounds. Let's see. He's 17 pounds. Whew, maybe about 17 and a quarter. Wow, that's awesome. Oh man, I'm gonna have fun with these today. Oh, and look, it's so easy. I'm just using a Berkeley gulp in a new penny color, and I'm gonna tell y'all, it really doesn't matter what color you use. They're just eating everything that's going on the ground. I just stick my gulp backwards on the tail. I kind of bite off the end of the tail and I turn it backwards. And the reason why I turn it backwards like that is because it goes across the shells really easy, and it makes a lot of noise when it's going through, and they just can't pass it up. Let's get this big one back in the water. Oh man, that's awesome. I always use my boga grip on them because I want to make sure that they don't hurt the fish. You know, they got a lot of slime on them to protect them and everything, and I always use this boga grip. And you see, I put a little weight, a little float on it because they'll pull that thing down in the water every time on you. Let's get another one. All right, how to hook up these gulps. Now, I'm using new penny. I've got molt, which is a natural color. I don't think color really makes that much difference. It's pretty clear water here. I just prefer new penny just because I like it. I don't know if that would really make that much difference. Now here's the gross part. They got that really stinky stuff on there. You gotta bite off that tail end. And then what you're gonna do is, you're gonna take your hook. I always use 3/8 or 1/2 ounce. I want that thing rubbing the bottom. And then what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna push it in all the way to the straight part of the shank. Once I get there, I come straight out with the point of my hook, and then I push it up on the jig head. And what that does, it makes it completely straight on there. And when that thing's going along, it's gonna make some noise, and it's gonna attract our drum for us to catch them. And there's nothing better than that. All right, one way that you find drum is you get in areas where there's oyster shells in coves. And I mean like good oysters, not just like shells that are up on a bank. You need to kind of see where the oyster fishermen are. You know, those shells they're producing, and those fish are gonna hold on there. The second thing you need to do is when you get into the area, you just idle through it and you look for that. You can't run the boat because then you spook them too much. What you gotta do is you gotta idle through the area and look out when it's kind of calm, and you'll see them moving. And you'll see this boils, you'll see slicks. When you see that, you get upwind of them and then just start throwing in there. And man, let me tell you something, it is exciting. Oh, here's one. Oh man. Oh. If you don't like this, there's gotta be something wrong with you. I love catching these big drum. Oh man. I have torn a tendon in my arm catching these things in the past. I love catching big fish, and there's nothing better than big drum up on the flats in really shallow water. They eat really good, artificials, and it's awesome. One thing is you gotta wear these big boys out. I always use my boga grip on these so I can weigh them every time because I love catching these suckers. Oh, look at that big old thing. Oh, oh. All right, let's just see how heavy he is first of all. 15.5 pounds. Oh, I could do this all day long. Look at this thing. That is one beautiful fish. Look at that. Oh yeah, baby. And he's not even really a real big one. Man, these things get up to like 90 pounds. I've caught them huge. This one's he's gonna go back in there. Not good to eat, but boy, you talk about a sport fish, there's none better. Let's let him in there. Get him back in the water and go back to the school and go bed. There he goes.